2, 1, or something. Hello. I believe we're live, so hello. Welcome all once again back to that Trivia Club live feed, live from the Trivia Clubhouse. We'll be getting started in about 5 minutes' time, but until then, hello one and all. Great to see everyone back at it, back in it again. The Fighting Mongooses, the Questionables, down by the bay, ready to go again. Too Fast, Too Curious. Hello to the M. Night Shyamalians, the Cunning Stunts, to Ryan and Megan, previously the Biscuits. Hello to Matt S. as well. Oh no, that's the same Matt S. of Down by the Bay. I know 2 Matt S's, so I just want to make sure I have my Matts in a row. Make sure that camera's straight. I'm sitting centered. Fantastic. Hopefully you're all doing well, staying entertained in this continued quarantine, staying healthy, keeping those, of course, that you know and love healthy as well. That's all we can ask for, all we can hope for. Let's see here. That's what I was going to do. Just getting everything set up on my desktop as well. Oh, yes. Thank you for the happy anniversary as well. It is Chrissy and my happy anniversary. Our anniversary indeed. Yeah, we're celebrating by doing trivia. 7 years. I'm very happy indeed. Very, very happy. I love you. It's great to have everyone. We'll be starting in about 2 minutes' time at 7:05 for some trivia. To prepare for trivia, all you need is a pen and piece of paper. And then after that, we'll be marking ourselves as well. So be ready to mark yourself, of course. Thank you all for the happy anniversaries. It's a very good day indeed. So just another minute or so as more people come in and join the chat. Say hello. Oh, yes. And I'll let you know last week's anagram, or 2 weeks ago, last event's anagram answer as well. You were looking for a TV character from the anagram clue, Ask Non-Fat Czar. That's CZAR. And the anagram answer to that, I'll give you actually another couple of minutes through the introduction if you want to play at home and try to answer it in that especially limited amount of time. TV character that you're looking for in the anagram, Ask Non-Fat Czar. I'd like to give out an anagram at the end of the night for any tiebreaker that might be needed, both in your home or, if you want to think of it, against any of those who might also be playing. All right. Without much further ado, let's jump into the questions, shall we? Or at least the general introduction of trivia. All right. Bringing audio back into it. Here we go. Welcome, one and all, to Trivia Club, live from the Trivia Clubhouse. I am your host, Russel Harder, the man with the questions, the man with that bow tie, the man with that trivia plan. You're in for the 9th edition of Trivia Club, live from the Trivia Clubhouse. And yes, we're back on YouTube because it worked quite well the first time around, a couple of weeks ago. Great to have you. Hopefully you're all still staying home, or if not, staying responsible. If you cannot stay at home in the time of COVID, it's a reality. So hopefully you're keeping those who are at risk as healthy as possible, wearing masks when you're outside, all the responsible things to do. It's like Dan Levy said recently. It's not a don't think of it as a infringement on your rights. Think of it as the simplest kindness that you can do for someone else. So thank you for being kind and being the most human you can be. So thank you. We're up tonight for 20 questions. Yes, 20 questions of Trivia Club, live from the Trivia Clubhouse. I'm excited. With this 20 questions, it means we're going to do the usual mix of what we call Trivia Classic in our live events outside of the Clubhouse. And we're going to mix in some game show games. And we're going to end tonight with a Trivia Royale. I'm going to try a version of the Trivia Royale. And, hope it goes well, of course. For the Trivia Royale. Let's see. With the Trivia Royale, of course, it's a timed question. So do your best in terms of answering that question with the time available. All righty. And all you need is a pen and a piece of paper. That's all you need to write down your answers at home. So have that pen and piece of paper ready. You can either play against those in your house. You can team up, of course, with people at your house as well. Or you can team up with people anywhere, really. Just make sure that the answers being kept out of the chat on the YouTube video. Have them somewhere else in another messaging window. We know how the internet works. It's easy enough. Alrighty. But what you can do in the chat is, of course, share your team names. So if you come up with a team name, share it in the chat. It'll be great to see you. Great to hear from you. And at the end of the night, make sure you also share with us your point total as well, so we can attach those team names and point totals and see how you're doing event to event, week in, week out, live at Trivia Club from the Trivia Clubhouse. So last week's, I built a VCR, or a Trivia Club anagram. So I built a VCR as an anagram of Trivia Club. So we give you an anagram at the end of every night. Last events was Ask Non-Fat Czar. We're looking for a TV character. And that TV character is, it's in honor of Jerry Stiller. It is Frank Costanza. Frank Costanza. That's a tougher one, this anagram. But, wanted to go for a if not a hidden, but still a tribute to Frank Costanza. So what can we win live from the Trivia Clubhouse? Well, nothing, of course, but in your mind's eye, you can still win that golden VHS. Ooh, golden VHS tape. Yes, indeed. Ooh, shiny. And tonight's golden VHS tape. Ooh, Tonight's golden VHS tape is the film that inspired the Emmy Award-winning television series. It is MASH. That'd be like a mansion, an apartment, a shack, and a house. It's so many different apartments and shacks and mansions and houses available, depending on how you play the game. So that's tonight's golden VHS. It's a 20th century classic, MASH, both in the studio sense and in the time sense. A classic indeed. All right. Let me see if I can't. Let's see. Just trying to get my formatting of. Oh, there you go. Perfect. Just had to get my screen aligned, and we should be good to go. I'm using technology in a touchscreen sense, so hopefully there is no weird technical difficulties. But if there is, it's probably me just mashing too many buttons. You can follow Trivia Club on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube, at triviaclub.ca as well. So triviaclub.ca is your home for all things Trivia Club. YouTube is where you can find us every Tuesday in these live streams, in these trivia events during COVID. And of course, Facebook and Twitter. Twitter, I just like things and try to read as few things as possible that I don't like. And Facebook is where we just share most everything else. So check out Trivia Club on all those things. And you can find us, of course, under the umbrella of triviaclub.ca. There's only 3, yes, count them, 3 cardinal rules when it comes to Trivia Club. Those rules are, of course, be smarter than those smartphones, or in this instant, be smarter than your internet connection. If you're cheating to find answers, really, you're only cheating yourself. So write down those answers that you know. Try your best at the ones you don't. Don't post answers in the comment section as well. Only post answers, of course, in whatever chat you're doing, or talk amongst them at home. So only post your scores, your team names, and otherwise chat and catch up with your friends in the Trivia Club community and my friends in the Trivia Club community in that live chat. And, of course, the only other rule of Trivia Club is tell everybody about Trivia Club. Appreciated. So without much further ado, I think I've covered all the bases. So let's jump into it in this Trivia Club at-home edition, now with 20 questions to choose from, including that Trivia Royale to end the night on question number 20. But before we get there, question number 1 on this anniversary edition. Yes, it's my anniversary. Myself and my producer, or the love of my life. Yeah. Chrissy and I. Hey. 7 years. It's been good. It's been real good. It's been my favorite. Anyway, I'm getting gushy. This is a serious time. It's Trivia Club time. So question number 1, it's called I Will Survive. So on this question number 1, a little competition question for you. This is the first name of the person who won the 40th season of Survivor, the all former winners edition, subtitled Winners at War. And in doing so, this person made a good case as the greatest survivor of all time. I don't even need the last initial. All I need is their first name. Once again, name the first name, or give me the first name of the person who won the 40th season of Survivor this past month. An all former winners edition, subtitled Winners at War. And in doing so, made a very good case of being the greatest survivor of all time. That's your question number 1. Question number 2 now. Question number 2. What amenity did Richard Nixon install in the White House basement in 1969 as immortalized in a poster in the Big Lebowski movie? Once again, question number 2, this question called Keep Me Posted. Keep me posted. So what amenity did Richard Nixon install in the White House basement in 1969 as immortalized in a poster in the movie The Big Lebowski? Yes, that is your question number 2. All right. Try to go at a good pace, of course, as well. If you need me to slow down, let me know. But question number 3 now. Question number 3, it's called News to Me, as in, hey, it's news to me. Question number 3, Great Caesar's Ghost. What fictional newspaper has cigar-chomping Perry White as its editor? Honk of recognition, if you heard it. So once again, Great Caesar's Ghost. What fictional newspaper has cigar-chomping Perry White as its editor? Trivia Club water. Nice. And question number 4 now, we're going to connect for the point on this question. What that means is there's a connection between the answers, just the answers, in questions 2 and 3. If you can tell me that connection, you'll get the point on question number 4. So connecting 4. What is the connection? Free of context from the question. Free of context from that question between the answers of 2 and 3. I'll give you the questions of 2 and 3 one more time, though. So question number 2, keep me posted. What amenity did Richard Nixon install in the White House basement in 1969 as immortalized in a poster in the Big Lebowski? And question number 3, news to me. Great Caesar's Ghost. What fictional newspaper has cigar-chomping Perry White as its editor? Name that fictional newspaper. If anyone is joining late, we are in question number 5 now. You can always come up with your team name, play along at home, play along with others as well at home, or play against others at home, whatever you want to do. But question number 5, it's called Best Known For. For Best Known For, you name the 4 projects that, according to IMDb.com, that Internet Movie Database.com, and its algorithm, that the following actor is known for. And this is in the known for section, so it is 4 specific movies. In this case, it's 4 specific movies that the actor is known for. And it could be movies based on box office or awards or recognition by ways of clicks. I don't know how the algorithm works. It's the Internet Movie Database.com. So, question number 5. What are the 4 movies that David Spade is known for? Yes, the 4 movies that David Spade is known for. And then once again, for David Spade, this is the 4 movies that he is known for, not the fact that he has funny, famous friends to let him do movies. That's a difference. And also, David Spade-esque burn, I guess. So I feel bad about it. I immediately feel kind of bad about it. All right. What are the 4 movies that David Spade is known for, according to IMDb.com? Mm-hmm. Question number 6 now. Question number 6 is called Last and First. Ooh. So this is the last name of the first commissioner in NHL history. Once again, this is the last name of the first commissioner in National Hockey League history. And one more time on question number 6. This is the last name of the first commissioner in National Hockey League history. Question number 7 now. Question number 7, best of friends. Best of friends. So question number 7 is worth Get this, 8 possible points. Ooh. What does that mean? That means there are a few tough points to gather from these, but I think 2 or 3 gettable ones. So, for a point each, name the 8 movies in which Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau act alongside one another. So once again, for a point each, name as many of the 8 movies that you can in which Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau act along one another. There are some tougher ones in here. That's why it's 8 possible points. Mm-hmm. I'll give you an extra second to think of that question number 7, those potential answers. Any Lemmon Matthau? They had a variety of team ups, good buddies. So, speaking of 8, though, question number 8. We're going to go bit by bit. Yes, we're bringing back audio clues, seeing how it goes. I like our chances. So, bit by bit works like this. On question number 8, I'm going to play an 8-bit version of a popular song, and you name that song for a point and name the musical act responsible for that song for a second point. This is the original musical act, not the 8-bit, the Nintendo NES 8-bit version of that song. So once again, name this song for a point to name the musical act responsible for the original popular tune for a second point. And bit. All right. Hopefully that came through on your end. Let me know if there's any audio sounds or if it was, I think it might have been too loud to start. So any heads up is appreciated. That was your bit by bit question. Name that song for a point. Name the musical act responsible for that song for a second point. All righty. That was that question number 8. Question number 9, it's time to tag the line. I'm going to give you the tagline from a movie poster, and you name that movie. So the tagline from the movie poster: the longer you wait, the harder it gets. Once again, the longer you wait, the harder it gets. Name that movie for the point on question number 9. Mm-hmm. Question number 10 now is our first game show game of the night. So this game show game is called Survey Says. It's our spin on the Family Feud, an actual Family Feud survey question. So 100 Americans were surveyed, You give me your best guess at their number one answer. There's 5 possible answers. That could get you a point, but all we need from you is the number one, or what you think is the number one answer. So survey says, question number 10, name an animal that starts with the letter R. Once again, name an animal whose name starts with the letter R. R. After Q, before S. R. What a pirate says. R. Etc. One more time on that question number 10. That survey says, give me your best guess at what you think America's number one answer was in naming an animal whose name starts with the letter R. Question number 11 now is called 'Cause After All. So question number 11, it's all about the song of the summer. Let's see how much you know about it. Or as I like to say, the song of the summer so far. There's still time. So the song of the summer, as far as I'm concerned, is a viral hit written and performed by an 8-year-old. And that 8-year-old asks, in which she wonders what is inside of this. Mm-hmm. Once again, the song of the summer so far is a viral hit that was written and performed by an 8-year-old girl, in which she wonders what is inside of this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's that question number 11. And if I've surprised you with this question number 11, well, make sure you check it out after we are finished with the questions. So one more time on question number 11, the song of the summer so far is a viral hit written and performed by an 8-year-old girl in which she wonders what is inside of this. Question number 12 now. Question number 12. It's called, Why Did the Beatles Cross the Road? So, here's that question to the question on question number 12. Which of the Beatles crossed Abbey Road first on said famous album cover? Which of the Beatles crossed Abbey Road first on said album cover? That's that question number 12. Alrighty. Question number 13. It really cuts to the point, so we shall too. The recently released album, Fetch the Bolt Cutters, by this musician, is the first album by a woman to get a 10.0 or 10.0 score on Pitchfork, and just the 12th album ever to do so since 1996. Really, of course, it should have happened sooner, but And this is upon initial release. So this is a 10.0 upon its initial release. No looking back and rescoring it. No. For question number 13, name the recently released album Fetch the Bolt Cutters by this musician is the first album by a woman to get a 10.0 score on Pitchfork. Lauded musical critical site. Snarky internet people. All the same. But it's just the 12th album ever to do so since the inception of the site in 1996. Name the musician behind that critically applauded album Fetch the Bolt Cutters. Question number 14 now. Question number 14, we'll always have Paris. So the movie Casablanca was set during which war? Yes, simply enough. Which war was the setting or the background setting for the movie Casablanca? Casablanca? Casablanca. That was your question number 14. That's an airplane. Never has it felt noisier during a trivia clubhouse, but we do have the windows more open than usual. Yeah, that's true. Stay inside playing. Jeez. Question number 15. It's Countdown Takedown. Yes, our second game show game of the night with Countdown Takedown. This is a game show game played with Price is Right rules. So you want to get as close as you can to the actual number without going over. If you go over by even 1 point, by even $1, in this case, yes, so it is $1. If you go over by even 1, that is 0 points for you. If you get the number right, that is 5 points. Also, actually, tonight, because it's... Oh, no, yes. And also tonight, because we're live from the Trivia Clubhouse, if you're within 25% of the actual number, you'll still get 2 points. But if you're outside of that 25% range from the number, again, 0 points. It keeps you from doing any $1 bobs, as I like to say. So, Countdown Takedown. Give me your best guess at this number, close as you can without going over. 5 possible points on the line. The sheet of paper that Paul McCartney used to jot down the lyrics of Hey Jude during its original recording session sold at auction for this number of thousands of dollars. I will say that number is less than $1 million, but it's still a whole lot of money per no matter what. So once again, the sheet of paper that Paul McCartney used to jot down the lyrics of Hey Jude during its original recording session sold at auction recently for this number of thousands of dollars, that number being still less than $1 million, but still a whole lot of money per written down and recorded, either way. Give me your best guess at that number in thousands of dollars. That is where I have it rounded to 4 points. So I'll give you that, 2. I'll give you the rounding. To dollar and cent would just be cruel. And remember, we're going to be going past question number 15, so don't get out your correcting pens, those red pens yet. No. We're going to do 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We're going to do 20 questions tonight. since I'm keeping at such a good pace, might as well add a little bit of trivia and see where this takes us. And on that note, question number 16, we're going outside the borders. It's still here. Yes, indeed. Vexillology. For you flag fiends, I give you the name of two countries, and you tell me the color that their flags have in common. So, what is the common color between the flags of the Ivory Coast, or the Côte d'Ivoire, and Lithuania? What is the common color between the flags of the Ivory Coast and Lithuania? Boop. That's that question number 16, naming that common color between those two flags. Now we're going to raise the bar for question number 17. So, question number 17. What notable candy bar, available in both Canada and the US, was named after its inventor's family horse? So once again, what notable candy bar, available in both Canada and the US, so a transnational candy bar, if you will, was named after its inventor's family horse? Which also raises a question of what's a good horse and chocolate or candy bar name? Yeah. And as you're thinking of that, you want Moira trivia? I'll give you Moira trivia. Question number 18. Because what can I say? We watched and really enjoyed Schitt's Creek. If you haven't watched it, and maybe only did so because of bias against all Canadian programming, it's a thing. I can admit that. But it's wonderful. Don't be biased. And support it during its inevitable sweep during the Candy Awards, or the Canadian Screen Awards, coming up this week. But I digress. I stop digressing? Get to the point? Okay. Question number 18. This is the name of Moira Rose's soap opera in the universe of CBC's Schitt's Creek. Once again, what is the name of Moira Rose's soap opera in the universe of CBC's Schitt's Creek? On a note of Schitt's Creek, yes. I mean, I really enjoyed the first episode, but I'd still say it is a show that for me did not get bad, so it could actually pick up for you as well. They do become more human the more they stick around in that small town. They find their ways. But yes, question number 18. What is the name of Moira Rose's soap opera in the universe of CBC's Schitt's Creek? A little CanCon for you. It's needed. Always needed. Question number 19. What a character. So that question number 19. Which famous Mark Twain character, literary character, was named for or named after a real-life San Francisco fireman, famous for rescuing 90 passengers after a shipwreck? So yes, once again, name the famous Mark Twain literary character who was named after a real-life San Francisco fireman. Mark Twain would smoke cigars and drink whiskey and play poker with this dude. But yes, this guy was famous for rescuing 90 passengers after a shipwreck. And question number 20, your Trivia Royale. So we're going to look for 10 possible answers for points. But before we actually get to that Trivia Royale, because it is a timed question, and I want to give you that specific amount of time to give me as many of your answers as possible. Before we jump into that, are there any questions that I can repeat or clarify from the first 19? Keeping in mind that it won't be all 19, simply because if you need that replayed, you can always replay the video after it is live on YouTube. But I can do spot checks for you if need be. Right? Is that better? Somebody said my bow tie was crooked. So I was being a stinker. But yes, any questions I can repeat or clarify, let me know now. Before we jump into question number 20, our Trivia Royale. Chrissy, could you actually double check on Facebook to see if there's anyone on the link? If there's anyone watching on Facebook who are also looking for a repeat, we can double check that. Otherwise, I'll jump into question number 20, or Trivia Royale. I can repeat or clarify any of the questions that were asked. I'll also give you this time to finalize any of those answers that we've gone through so far. Oh, yes, I can do question number 13. So question number 13, once again, we're cutting to the point on this one. So question number 13, that question, once again, the recently released album, Fetch the Bolt Cutters, by this musician, is the first album by a woman to get a 10.0 score on Pitchfork. I mean, of course, it was too late, but it was still a great album by all accounts. So just the 12th album to get a 10.0, a perfect score on Pitchfork as well. That bastion of musical criticism and snarky internetism, all in the same thing. It's named that musician responsible for the album Fetch the Bolt Cutters, the first album by a woman to get a 10.0 or a perfect score on Pitchfork. Just the 12th ever to do so. All right. Looks like everyone's good with those questions from the first 19. So get ready for question number 20. This is going to be a not a timed question, but a Trivia Royale question. It returns. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. Yes, 5 minutes. Gives me a chance to get some more water and come back and trust that you're just thinking of answers. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to come up with these answers. And then we'll jump into the answering round for this night of trivia. So 5 minutes on the board. Got it ready on the Trivia Club phone. So the nominees for the Daytime Emmys have been announced. Yes, ooh, exciting. Awards, still a thing. There's a world outside. So name any 10 of the 13 different winners for the Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Drama Series since the award began. And this also means name a soap opera, but only the best of the best soap operas. 5 minutes starting. Ooh, boop. 5 minutes on the board. Might be flipped in your screen, but you get the idea. So name any 10 of the 13 potential winners, or 13 different soap operas that have won the Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Drama Series since that award first began. And in case you're wondering, it first began in 1972. It's 4 minutes. Continuing. I'm actually going to do a rare thing. No, I can still do a rare thing and get up and walk around. I just have to unstick myself from the chair. It's a little warm outside. I'll be back. Watching you. Alrighty. Three minutes remaining. Just over 3 minutes remaining. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst your team. Think to yourself. Think of soap operas. Name up to 10 of the 13 different winners of the Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Drama Series. A fancy way to say soap opera. Operas that sell soap, I guess? Yeah. Initially. So you're naming soap operas, but only the best of the best. The Daytime Emmyiest of the Emmyiest. Awarded during the night, which seems counterintuitive. I don't know why. Seems like a... Am I wearing pants tonight? Wouldn't you like to know? Oh, yeah, you asked the question you would like to know. It's a secret. Also, it might be too hot to wear pants. Who am I to say, though? I'm wearing sleeves. What am I to say there? Two minutes remaining. 2 minutes. In this Trivia Royale, the final question for this night of trivia goodness, live from the Trivia Clubhouse, to end off May. Yes, indeed. After this, we'll be marking our papers, so finalize all those other questions as well. As at the end of this minute and a half now, it'll be pens down, locking in those answers. As we trust that you will. One minute remaining on this Trivia Royale. 1 minute. That's 1 minute. Name any 10 of the 13 different winners, any 10 for a point each. The 13 different winners of the Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Drama Series, which is to say, Best Soap Opera. Those awards have been handed out since 1972. There's only been 13 winners since 1972 because one soap opera has won a whole lot more of these awards than any of the others. See you soon, Jen. Hopefully you enjoy playing along. I think you can still at least comment in the comment section of the video. If you're not playing live, that's a good reminder. Whoa. And that's time. I got distracted by talking about things later. Didn't even count down from 10 or nothing. Yes, that is time. Finalize any answers that you have not finalized already, since it surprised both you and me. Things I'm new to. That specifically. All right. finalize those answers, get those any of the other answers in order before we do that round of answering now. Thank you all once again for joining in on this night of trivia, having fun from home, staying entertained responsibly. Oh, and before the answers, I want to thank the Rec Room once again for telling everyone over their Instagram feed to join in here at on YouTube for Trivia Club Live from the Trivia Clubhouse. So thank you to Rec Room across Canada. Hopefully we'll be coming back in some way, shape, or form as responsibly as possible as soon as we can to both locations in Toronto and Ontario and across Canada as we were pre-COVID. Also, just a hello and how you doing, and hope Farside's doing well. So just a love out to Farside as well, Trivia Club's other home in Toronto. And without much further ado, let's jump into our round one, not even round one, our night of answers. Never will I think of this only as round one. Maybe I'll just have to add extra rounds and figure out how that works. So, Trivia Club live from home, live from the Trivia Club home. So, question number one, answer number one, I will survive. This is the first name of the person who won the 40th season of Survivor, the All Winners Edition, subtitled Winners at War, making that person maybe the greatest survivor of all time. That would be Tony. Good old Tony and his observation hutches and holes and tree forts. Tony, that's your question number one. Question number two, keeping me posted. So what amenity did Richard Nixon install in the White House basement in 1969 as immortalized in a poster in The Big Lebowski? That would be a bowling alley. Yes, a bowling alley is that answer. I'll also accept bowling. Question number three. It's news to me. So, Great Caesar's Ghost. What fictional newspaper has cigar-chomping Perry White as its editor? The Daily Planet. The Daily Planet. Chrissy knows that. She was saying it quietly. I'm proud of you, though.
Yeah.
So, question number four, connecting four. What's the connection between the answers of 2 and 3, or a bowling alley and the Daily Planet? Both of those things have lanes. A bowling lane and a Lois lane. They have lanes. Lanes. Question number 4. They're connecting 4. It's always outside of the box. It's always a little strange. Left to center. But yes, well done if you got that connection between a bowling alley and the Daily Planet. Both have lanes. They're also in DC. You know what? I'll take it. That's airtight. Detective Comics, District of Columbia. I like it. It shows moxie and that same sort of outside the box thinking. So yes, I'll also accept DC. Hey, and Lane Smith was also Perry White in The New Adventures of Superman. Just extrapolating. So a different kind of lane. Well done, Mr. Smith. Alrighty. It's true, I didn't have DC because it was my sister, and she tells me what to do. But It's airtight logic. Question number 5. Best known for. So name the 4 movies that, according to IMDb.com, that David Spade is known for. Good old David Spade. Good. All right. But still, of those 4 movies, they are Joe Dirt. I mean, Joe Dirt. It's his most known for role. Tommy Boy. You knew there was going to be a Chris Farley movie in there too, or Chris Farley, David Spade joint. Tommy Boy. The Benchwarmers. Yes, The Benchwarmers. And the 4th point goes for The Emperor's New Groove. For quality, David Spade's best movie. Once again, Joe Dirt for a point, Tommy Boy, The Benchwarmers, and The Emperor's New Groove. Question number 6, last and first. So this is the last name of the first commissioner in NHL history. So the National Hockey League's first commissioner was Bettman, Gary Bettman. Yes, the current commissioner, the first one, is also so far the last one. Yes, it's Gary Bettman. Because before him, the NHL's top executive was actually the league president. So a bit of a tricky one there. But if you knew one commissioner in NHL history, you might have gotten that point. Well done. It's the first commissioner in NHL history, Gary Bettman, for that point. Question number 7. They're the best of friends for 8 possible points. Before a point each, name the 8 movies in which Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau act alongside one another. I'm going to start with the first, go to the last, and their storied history, most of it shared in some way, shape, or form along the way. So we start off with The Fortune Cookie. The Fortune Cookie was the first one that they acted alongside in. And because they acted alongside in that, the second point goes to The Odd Couple. Yes, they were the original Odd Couple. Well, not the original film Odd Couple. Walter Matthau acted alongside a different Stanley? Someone will know. But a different straight man, a different clean freak in theater, on Broadway in The Odd Couple. After that, because of the success of that, they did The Front Page, another successful movie. They did Buddy Buddy, a flop, enough of a flop that it's actually mostly scrubbed from release. It hasn't been seen since. Buddy Buddy. So it was a while before they acted together again, unfortunately, but eventually they would be seen together in Grumpy Old Men. A hell of a flick. Just a great time. At least for my teenage brain. I enjoy those 2 old guys just hanging out and bickering. Grumpier Old Men was the next one. Grumpier Old Men. After that, Out to Sea. And finally, The Odd Couple 2. The Odd Couple 2. Kind of an unnecessary sequel, except for the fact that, hey, it was more Lemmon and Matthau, so might as well. So again, for a point each, The Fortune Cookie, The Odd Couple, The Front Page, Buddy Buddy, Grumpy Old Men, Grumpier Old Men, Out to Sea, and The Odd Couple 2. This time, even odder. Question number 8, your bit-by-bit question. That bit-by-bit song is a cover of Smells Like Teen Spirit Yes, it does. By Nirvana or Nirvana. So Nirvana for a point, and Smells Like Teen Spirit for another point. On that question number 8. Question number 9. It's time to tag the line. So on that tag the line, the longer you wait, the harder it gets. This is for the movie The 40-Year-Old Virgin. Oh, that's a fun tagline. The longer you wait, the harder it gets. For the 40-Year-Old Virgin. Huh. Question number 10 now. It is Survey Says. For this survey says we're naming an animal that starts with the letter R. You think that would be the pirate's favorite letter, but no. 'Tis the C. All right. So here are those answers for question number 10. Our 1-point answer, so 5 possible answers. Our 1-point answer is it's a quick one, so hopefully you can catch it. If you're wily enough, you might just catch it. Roadrunner for 1 point. Roadrunner. 2 points. 2 points if you said, well, if you really caught the cheese on this one, if you really sniffed it out, that'd be rat. Three points if you're in a Toronto sort of mood. Actually, we'd like to think it's our animal, but it's not necessarily. Not necessarily, but it's a real steal for 3 points. That is raccoon. Raccoon. 4 points in naming an animal that starts with the letter R for the second most popular answer. This one has it's really the original unicorn. If unicorns were massive tanks of things, that would be rhinoceros. Rhinoceros. 4 points for rhinoceros and 5 points if you, well, were able to escape by a hare or a rabbit. Yes, 5 points for rabbit. So 5 points for rabbit, 4 points for rhino or rhinoceros, 3 points for raccoon, 2 points for rat, and 1 point for roadrunner. Mimi. I don't know how successful that was, but I enjoyed it. Thanks. Question number 11. Because after all, we're wondering something. The song of the summer so far is a viral hit written and performed by an 8-year-old girl in which she wonders what is inside your butthole. Maybe it's an astronaut, maybe it's an alien. All inside your butthole. I hope a future punk rock standard in some way, shape, or form. Just has to be at like a hole in the wall sort of club. But as long as they sing, I wonder what's inside your butthole, I am sold. Sold on that band. So once again, a point 11 for question number 11. If you said your butthole. Didn't expect to say that in 2020, but here we are. Question number 12. Why did the Beatles cross the road? Or how, in fact? Which Beatle crossed Abbey Road first on said famous album cover in a white suit? The first off was John Lennon. Yes, the first across the road in a white suit was John Lennon. After him was Ringo, being Ringo. And it was Paul with no shoes, and George in a Canadian tuxedo. A good lineup, yeah. Yes, John Lennon is that answer for question number 12. Question number 13 cuts to the point. So the recently released album Fetch the Bolt Cutters by this musician is the first album by a woman to get a 10.0 score on Pitchfork. I mean, there could have been many more before her, but she was the first to get that. Just the 12th to do so since the inception of that site in 1996, and actually the first since Kanye West with My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. But getting that perfect score on Pitchfork with Fetch the Bolt Cutters. Question number 13, it was Fiona Apple. Fiona Apple. Question number 12 now, or 12. Answer number 14. We'll always have Paris. So the movie Casablanca was set during which war? That would be World War II. World War II. Question number 15, your countdown takedown. The sheet of paper that Paul McCartney used to jot down the lyrics of Hey Jude during its original recording session sold at auction for this number of thousands of dollars, less than $1 million, but not much. And also a lot of monies per na. A lot of money. Na. Hey Jude, or at least the original recording session lyrics sold for, can I get a drum roll, please? $910,000. $910,000. For 5 points, that's your number, a big old number. Was originally quoted to be sold for, or they thought it was going to be sold for about $125, $140, but no, it was $910,000 for 5 points. If you said anywhere between 909 and 683,000, you'd get 2 points. 2 points. So well done. If it's below 682 or 682 and below, unfortunately 0 points. Or if you said 911,000, also 0 points. So question number 16, we're going outside the border, or outside the borders. I'm going to give you the name of 2 countries. Those countries being the Ivory Coast and Lithuania. And the common color that those flags share is green. Green. Ivory Coast is the inverse, or I guess Ireland would be the inverse, depending on how we want to say it. Same kind of flag, just with the opposite colors. Lithuania also has green in it. Can't think of the actual colors that have the other colors it also has, but question number 16, that answer is green. Question number 17, raising the bar. So what notable candy bar available in both Canada and the US was named after its inventor's family horse? A lot of great options out there. A lot of great ones. So no bad answers. Just one correct answer. That family horse of the Mars family was Snickers. Snickers. Yes, the Snickers candy bar was named after the family horse. And now you know. Snickers. Question number 18, Moira Trivia. Schitt's Creek, a wonderful show that is both funny and has a surprising amount of F-bombs, especially for a Canadian show or a CBC show. I guess we're less stringent about that. But also it has just a ton of heart and kindness, which I appreciate. Yes, what is the name of Moira Rose's soap opera in the universe of CBC's Schitt's Creek? That would be Sunrise Bay. Sunrise Bay. And question number 19, what a character. Speaking of Moira Rose. Anywho, which famous Mark Twain literary character was named after a real-life San Francisco fireman famous for rescuing 90 passengers after a shipwreck? Also a drinking buddy of Mark Twain does not hurt. That would be Tom Sawyer. Tom Sawyer. That's that question number 19. Now, question number 20, your Trivia Royale. 10 possible points to be won. Although it gets a little bit more, they become less popular or earlier in the timeline of soap operas as we go down in the number of wins. But name any of those 13 different winners of a Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Drama Series or Best Soap Opera Award since the inception of that award in 1972. The best of the soapiest. So those award winners. I'll start with the winningest of those shows. There's actually 2 that had double-digit wins. But with 13 wins, at the top of that list, it can be in any order, of course, but at the top of that list, General Hospital. General Hospital. With 10 awards, another all-timer, The Young and the Restless. The Young and the Restless. Next up on the award-winning soap opera list, As the World Turns. As the World Turns. Also winning 4 awards in the last 40-ish years. Days of Our Lives. Because these are the days of our lives. Like Sand Through the Hourglass, etc. After that, All My Children. All My Children. The Bold and the Beautiful. Guiding Light. 3-time winner as well. Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara. The first winner of this award, and a 2-time winner, was The Doctors. The Doctors. Also a 2-time winner was Ryan's Hope. Whose Hope? Ryan. Ryan's Hope. And now 1-time winners each. It's still possible for points if it's on your list. Another World. The Edge of Night. And finally, one more. It's One Life to Live. One Life to Live. So those soap operas won the Daytime Emmy for being a best soap opera since 1972. Once again, any of these of your 10 choices will get you a point. General Hospital, The Young and the Restless, As the World Turns, Days of Our Lives, All My Children, The Bold and the Beautiful, Guiding Light, Santa Barbara, The Doctors, Ryan's Hope, Another World, The Edge of Night, and One Life to Live. As they said on One Life to Live, you only got one shot. Do not miss your chance and blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Because these are the days of our lives. No. Alrighty, let me know what kind of points you got tonight. You can post your point totals in that live chat. Let us know your team name as well, so we can keep them together. Or I can tell, depending on who says it. If you're a regular, I'm sure I'll at least ascertain your team name through who's speaking on the chat. And if you had a tie at home, or if you just want a bonus trivia question, your tiebreaker if needed, and just something to. It's a anagram called I Built a VCR. I Built a VCR, not only being incredibly fitting for Trivia Club, it's also an anagram for Trivia Club. Ooh. Both VHSs and golden VHRs, golden VCRs. Yes, we're looking for the movie title in the following anagram. An anagram that I'll also type in the chat so you'll know what it is. All right, the anagram for tonight's tiebreaker. That's a bonus question for you all. So had Euro. Find the movie title. Don't post it in the live chat so people can get a chance, of course, to answer it themselves. Yes, do not post this in the live chat. Give other people a chance to try to unmix this anagram, but we'll reveal that answer next week. And well done as well to all. Thank you all once again for joining in. It's always fantastic doing trivia, especially knowing that the community of trivia is out there, a community that is both full of so many familiar friends, but also new faces. There's family joining in as well. I'm reaching further than I ever thought I would with Trivia Club, both through 2019 into 2020 and now on the YouTubes. So I appreciate you joining in and enjoying this with me. I'll read out some of the point totals to finish the night. So congratulations and well done to the Fighting Mongooses with 24 points. Well done as well to Too Fast, Too Curious with 25 points. The Travel Buddies with 26 points. Oh, Joel and the Schmalians, yes, you can get half a point for the Bay. I was thinking it was going to be Sunrise or Sunset Bay. But yes, you can give yourself half a point for a Bodega Bay. Speaking of Bay, well done to Down by the Bay with 36 points. Oh, yes, the ranges for that for the countdown takedown. If you got 910,000 on the dot, that's 5 points. If it's 909 to 683, that is 2 points. 909 to 683. So well done to the questionables with 22 points. To Mark Pago's Glasses with 25 points. To the Cunning Stunts with 37 points. And Team Name with 35, or with 25. Well done. Well done to Cookie Faced with 28 points. And the M. Night Shyamalan's with 27. I believe the top score for tonight's trivia goes to the Epidemic Mayhem with 39 points. Well done to you all. Congrats as well. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. Oh, yes, the Australians would have gotten the 27.5 with that additional half a point. Congrats to all. Enjoy your golden VHS, however you want to put it on the nightstand, of course. Nightstand? No, that doesn't quite work. Maybe fireplace, windowsill, wherever you put your golden VHSs. It is appreciated. We'll be back again June 2nd, so next Tuesday, planning on coming back. There'll be a sort of like a live streamed save, an upcoming live stream video posted in the YouTube channel as well. So youtube.com/Trivia Club. And you'll be able to see and save or set a reminder for next week's trivia before it begins. We might even do that 1 or 2 weeks in advance. Smash that like button or just tap it kindly. Any sort of likes or comments or subscribers are appreciated, of course. We look forward to seeing you all once again as soon as possible, be it next Tuesday or in person one day. Hey, we can all dream. But yes, congrats to all. Enjoy that golden VHS, that MASH, and otherwise, let's say the same thing that we say at the end of every trivia night, every trivia club, and that is, especially on my anniversary night, come here from the start. Remember, it's not what you know, it's what you learn along the way. Thanks.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. See you soon. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to hang out just for an extra second, just to appreciate the chat. And for those curious, once this video also goes live, the chat does take a few extra hours, I think, or even a few extra minutes to go up with it, in case you're wondering where the chat goes. It just takes a little bit longer. Otherwise, yes, thanks for the happy anniversaries as well. And I should have said this earlier, but a happy birthday, too. Yay, just yesterday, for the love of my life. Yeah, so happy birthday. Thank you.
Thanks, Matt Smith, for the begrudging happy birthday.
Oh, yes, and Chrissy says, thanks, Matt Smith, for the begrudging happy birthday earlier as well. Thank you for joining in. Bye. Excellent. Excellent.